see. It says we're live. Let's hope we are. I can't see it through my my other screen yet, but yeah, hopefully we'll get confirmation it's all working okay in a second. So hello everyone, I'm Gemma, I'm head of vocational learning, and we've got Miss Reese. Hello Rebecca.
Hello everybody.
So Rebecca is the lead tutor for the level 2 art and design course. So yeah, welcome to our exhibition. We're going to walk through it. I've put the link in the chat. Hopefully that's come up so people can see it. Well, feel free to just make comments as we go through and ask any questions that you want. But hopefully are live and people can just join us and see us as we talk through the exhibition. So it is on my screen there. So yeah, anything to add to start off, Rebecca? It's been a great year, hasn't it? We've got some amazing work this year.
A fantastic year, some amazing work. People have worked so hard and just developed their portfolios and skills. It's been immense. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's kind of gone up a whole level, hasn't it? They've done some just amazing stuff. And to remember as well that most of these would have joined during the whole COVID thing. Yeah. So, they've had a really, not an easy time, even though, we kept things going and we were online. They still had to go and get resources. We still have to go out and do photography and hopefully do visits. And we had a lot of students that were planning on going to places, gardens, even garden centres, something really simple, or local parks. And a lot was just disrupted, wasn't it, with COVID? So for them to get through and to come out the other end with their qualifications and work as good as what we're going to show. Yeah, I'm with you. I just think it's been a great year. So let me, I think I can just start this. If I do it as a tour, because what everyone can do, when you've got the link, you can just do a tour and then it just shows through the work. So let's see, we can always go quicker if it's a bit slow. So, okay, the first room that you go into is our Ocad Awards. So lovely. So we have this one. I'll pause it already so I can explain this one. Ariel Bingham, what a superstar. So she won our Georgia Green Award. Now, Georgia Green, just to explain the award, was a level 2 art and design student who tragically lost her life this year during her course. It was just awful for all of us. She was in the middle of doing the level 2 course. She was quite close to the end. She did qualify. We managed to get all the work through, but we set up an award just in her memory, just to remind everyone, that especially those that have challenges and difficult times, just as a bit of a motivational one, right, Rebecca? We just wanted to do something to remember Georgia. So Ariel won the Georgia Green Award, which was our top prize. All the students and tutors were involved in choosing this one. And as you can see, I don't think there was a technique Ariel missed in her final piece. So yeah, a quilt based on a great aunt, if I remember right. You can click into these award ones and get some information. You can click on the info and find out a bit about them. But yeah, another huge well done to Ariel. So her inspiration was bees. Her other inspiration was her great aunt, this fantastic artist that she had reference materials for. So yeah, so overcoming her own challenges. Most of this work was done in a really challenging time for Ariel, and yet she achieved some amazing results. So a big well done to Ariel. So yeah, it'll go through all the different awards. Yeah, Bee Inspired Quilt, that was Ariel. Okay, this one, this was an easy choice really for us as the Tutor Award. This is Yana's. So inspired by Monet, I think is obvious when you see it, but what a lovely piece. It's going quite. Was there anything else to add to, as you can see, her technique, everything about it was just beautiful, wasn't it? She worked really hard.
Just so lovely to see how different people interpret works and see all the skills going into such different avenues and developing even further. And it's been lovely, certainly for me, and I know that tutors being part of that journey. You know, I'm always excited to see where things are going to go, what you're going to do with them, how you're going to develop them. So, you know, such lovely work, you know, coming through.
Yeah, and you're right. More different specialisms and inspirations. This, in particular, Yana, she actually went to the place where Monet's gardens were and took photos and kind of lived the experience of doing all of the water lilies and water studies. And she was just blown away herself. But you can see from hours and hours of practice and being completely motivated and have such a passion for this type of art, she ended up just being quite a master, I must say, in this one. But you're right, and you'll see lots of examples, as Rebecca said, as you go through with all the different styles. This was the Student Choice Award, and it won by quite a clear margin. All about hope. It had it was the Holocaust, wasn't it? Was the main focus point, but it was more hope, and she did it based on, you know, the looking ahead to the future and an optimistic future and all things like that. It was a really nice piece. Again, if you click on the information, you'll be able to read up about what Sophia did. But yeah, well done, Sophia. The students really liked that one. So yeah, so that's our first one for level 2. So the other side, we've got the finalists. So again, you can click on the information and the details. Any questions, do fire away and send them in to us. But Colin had access to printing facilities, and all of this was a layered print. His portfolio was gorgeous, wasn't it? I mean, there were so many pages of practicing for him to get that. So yeah, really well done.
Fantastic.
I absolutely love Jenny's. I think if you've got a personal, like, if you like the artist, I love Escher. So to see her do this was just wonderful.
Just that clever transition across from one side to the other. Superb.
Technically it's brilliant. It brings in the artist, which we really asked the level 2 students to do a lot. So there was a clear link to the artist, but it had a really big personal touch and a very relevant touch in that it was all about the environment, as you might be able to guess from just looking at it. If you don't read up on it, I think it's quite clear, the message. And again, the lovely optimism at the end. If you see at the far right, you see the green coming back through, as if it's like, in the future we are going to get through that phase of ruining the planet. But it was a lovely project from a personal point of view, technically, and with the artist as well. Griffis Sculpture. This came as a surprise to everyone, really, because Griff is a really amazing hand, observational drawer. He did a big series on swans, and then it kind of just twigged that he wanted to go into sculpture, wasn't it? It was kind of like a decision halfway through the project that when he was doing his practices, he kind of just decided to go down that route. So well done, Griff. They were all our finalists. They were all really great awards. Okay, some more. Benedict London. He's close to London, took photos of the architecture and really wanted a focus on art. He did really well. I mean, perspective is not easy, is it? We touched on it in the skill builder, but he did really well, and he had a clear artist inspiration too. Mia?
I think it's nice also that, you know, sometimes you do get these changes in the pathway of what you thought your project was going to be, and then all of a sudden something crops up and takes you on a different path. And I think people worry that, you know, I might be doing something different, but sometimes new things open up as you develop your ideas, you know, and it's working about, you know, being able to investigate further and see where they take you.
I mean, we ask for proposals, don't we, and starting points, and so many times we have students say, oh no, have I got to go back and change it and kind of start again? We're like, no, just evolve it, just explain where this is coming from, and just keep going with your ideas. So it is lovely, because you do end up with something really unexpected, even you know, from their starting point. a lot of students like Mia here do a lot of personal touches to do with feelings and emotions and, you know, different sides of experiences and things like that. And I think that was behind this piece. So I think you can tell though, can't you? She did the colours and the mood really well. We try and teach them a lot about moods and how to create atmospheres in art to give messages. And Mia did that really well with that piece. Oh, lovely block drawing here, Lynette. Not easy observation sometimes. So some students go down the route, the route of just making it more, you know, conceptual and more about the colours, don't they? And it's not all about being photorealist, but I just really like the feeling of it. Again,
lovely textures.
You need the background really of it, don't you? Lovely paintings by Alice. They get so good with technique, don't they? You can see that this is on a proper board, and yeah, really lovely. Oh, lovely Sakina. Oh, Sakina, she had so many ideas. I think we had to get this project down from probably about 200 pages of exploring. And oh, Sakina, you were so just so many ideas. I think every time we saw her work, there was a new chapter of where she could take it. I think sometimes in projects you have to say, right, draw the line now, otherwise you can go on forever.
Lovely colours, lovely textures, lovely movement in the work.
There is in that one. No, you were great at that, Sakina. This is someone who recently had moved to Abu Dhabi, I believe, and this evolved into more of a textiles piece, which is my area of specialism. I absolutely love textiles, so I was thrilled when Susie went down this route. But it's lovely, really calming, just beautiful, and you can tell it's got that Abu Dhabi feel too. So again, a lovely personal touch to that one. We have a lot of illustrators, don't we?
Yeah, I remember this one.
Our students do love illustration. And most of the models, most of the figures, when they go down this route, are themselves, aren't they? They take their photos of themselves or friends, and they kind of develop these poses from their original sources. So she did really well. I know illustration's a really popular choice. A very skillful work here, isn't it? That lovely skilled work.
Again, you know, that use of the mixed media and variety within it, and then the sort of the layering, and then the visual language behind it.
Yeah, absolutely lovely piece. We do a skill builder project on mixed media for them to try this, don't we? So they can learn how media can be used like this to create all these different textures and effects. And well done, baby. Really an expert one there. Again, another mixed media one, really sweet. Chloe, you she is a self-portrait from lots of experiments. She kind of narrowed it down to this one, but brought in all. Was it Frida Kahlo? I think. I'm thinking Kahlo was the inspiration behind adding flowers. I'm thinking, but
I love the way that it's like this monochrome, isn't it? It's all in these tones, the peaches and the reds, and that actually works really well.
Yeah, she chose colours really well. They look great.
A different way of working. Yeah.
Not even, I like the clashing colours, and but you know, some people can go down that an analogous route, and it just works lovely. Tristan, again, a bit of an illustration drawing, but again from his home, he really looked into this style of drawing and had lots of different ideas, and he built this up, all the different elements he drew individually and then pieced it together. So lovely illustration. You can see that in a comic or an illustrator and a book of some kind, can't you?
Yeah,
really, really great. Oh, previous. Did I miss one? No, it just went past that one. Must be coming back to it. There we go. This is Georgia. This is Georgia Green. Such a talent she was. So I know her family are really, really proud that she got through the course, and we wanted her to be in the exhibition. So well done, Georgia. Okay, let's go on to some more. Neve. really skillful work, actually. That would be really hard to draw. I think it and she was really good at digitally enhancing. So we had a lot of students that do a lot of digital work, don't we? And they do it really well.
Yeah.
Zoe's love of horses. It's a lovely composition. It's really well done on the board, isn't it?
Yeah, and again, lots of different levels and elements, and it all comes together really well. Lovely use of colour as well.
The colour, yeah, it's a lovely piece. Really, really cleverly done. Beautiful. Look at that. Eliora, you were skilled all the way through, Eliora. You were very, all your observations were really, really good. So when they can turn that black and white drawings when they that they do originally and add colour like this so well, you know, pinks and greens. I mean, it's a brave choice, and not everyone will be able to.
No, it works really well. Works really well.
A beautiful piece. Okay, we do have this is still level 2 art, but we do have students that want to do other things like photography, for example. So Isabel was a bit wasn't quite sure. She wanted to go down the route of doing some more paintings, although she did some beautiful paintings in her first portfolio. She wanted the final project to be more photography based. She felt more comfortable with that media. So we're happy with that, aren't we? We let them kind of just go down whichever route they want. So this is it was hard to show in this exhibition because this is a book. So every page folded out, and she had cut out windows and layers and lots of meaning behind it. So it was a really lovely piece. But you can see here that she has pieced together. You can see it's a bit of a collage now.
Yeah, the photo montage. Yeah,
really clever. Yeah, she did really well. Considering we don't have, when they do something a bit different like that, there's not many examples, is there? Because you have to really go with the artist, and that it's very self-led. And so,
taking inspiration.
Oh, there's some lovely talented work along here. Mia, this is just lovely. Again, it's just the colours. They just get really good at choosing their colours and getting a really good composition, don't they, by the end of their final project.
Yeah. And also you can see in there, you get a feeling of the softness and the texture of the, you know, the actual objects. And again, that's by investigating that and trying techniques and trying processes and testing experiments. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, we do stretch them a lot, don't we, with that in that middle part, because it's very hard sometimes when a student has that idea and they think, no, that's it, I've got it, and we're like, okay, now explore. But when they start to and they refine it to get these outcomes, it's really worth every minute, isn't it?
Definitely.
So yeah, all that texture work. There's a big element of the course, actually, isn't there? One of the credits is about formal elements and being able to do texture and form. So it's quite a focus for us quite early on in the skill builder, the knowledge on form, and then they bring in colour. But you can see there that Mia got really good at her textured work. And Emma, again, so skilled, the layers, and you can look close to the screen and just see the layers and the use of paint in this one. It's just lovely. That's my style. I absolutely love it. I know it's very subjective, but I really like that one.
The use of different scales that people are working to, whether they're zooming in or doing the whole object, and really thinking about those angles and close up or not, and how, you know, that makes the compositions. Yeah,
absolutely. Hopefully now they're seeing them on the wall in this gallery. They can see the impact of that they're never obvious compositions, and it adds so much interest. It's like, wow, look at that angle, or, you know, it's so lovely for the viewers, and I'm sure everyone's going to be looking at these last couple that we've seen, and it's very the compositions are really interesting. Now, this student, Caitlin, did some incredible observations of cupcakes. And like the skill of tones and things that she had in her project were just incredible. And yet this is the route it went down when we chose artists. And I just love that. I love that we went from, okay, I don't need to do a real piece. Let's break away from, you know, what people might see as art. And do some cubist work, and what a great result.
It's lovely.
Really good. So yeah, we like a bit of cubism. So well done for that one. That's lovely. James worked really hard at trying to get the bold colours, didn't he, throughout his work, and again break away from having to do all this tonal work that we did. But lovely, really cool pop art type piece that he created in the end for that one. So well done, James.
Well.
Oh, we have lots of pets, don't we? Pets are a good source of inspiration. Just love the colours. I mean, it's not easy. The textures, when you go down the route of drawing pets, is actually a very technically difficult thing to do. So, so really well done. Floella did a great job. And we played around with this composition quite a lot. So to go for the square and add the elements in the flowers, she did really well with that, because it was quite hard to decide how to present that one. Amber's. This was quite a bit of a last-minute decision to have quite a lot of elements in it, wasn't it? It was a surprise for us. There was a lot of focus work in the portfolio, which, again, they said this exhibition doesn't show off. It was a lot of background work here for Amber, but such a bold, lovely outcome. Really cool.
Yeah, really nice how it's pulled all of those elements together. And also having so much colour, but getting that balance of colour.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
Not one thing that dominates. It's all quite even, but so much going on. Yeah,
that's not easy, actually, is it?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it's not easy, that balance, as you say, to get it. So when you see it and you don't know that, it's hard to realise what goes into it. But well done, Amber. Lovely final piece. So we've got a few more. We had some Quentin Blake inspirational illustrations. Hermione did a great job. Again, personal, lots of these photos were her, and was it her mum or someone in her family that she was taking photos of, and toppling cakes and all sorts. I mean, she's piecing it together to try and get, again, it was part of a big storyboard. When they do illustration, there's a lot more behind these projects than just these final drawings, but a lovely final illustration with some nice character touches. Really well done. I like these people. They've got a lot of meaning behind them. We think next time when we do the exhibition, we're going to get these artist statements onto there, aren't we? Because they deserve to be explained a bit more. But lovely piece. The hands coming in with the frame there. Really clever. That's a great piece, Gracie. This one, we were talking quite a lot about composition, I remember, with Louisa, whether to add things on the top. And I don't know, it works quite well with the layers. She did a good job in the end.
Yeah,
again,
it does look
really
nice.
lovely.
Yeah.
We have a lot of portraiture, actually.
Yes, people do tend to go into it. And again, it's just every piece is so different that we're looking at this evening, isn't it? It's just such a variety, and so nice to see people taking on board their interest in their areas of art and developing their skills.
That's what I love about it, these personal touches. We asked for it from the beginning, actually, of the final project. What is it that you want to put into it? What is that personal touch, whether it's a view like earlier Jenny's of the environment, or whether it's a personal one and an experience. But I feel that they're really successful, those ones, when they take something very personal to them to put it into your art. So well done, Pippa. Another lovely piece. This was great. Lucy really had, again, lots of elements. It was really hard to choose. So I'm really glad she ended up doing a bit of a collage here with all different ones. But I think the backgrounds and the textures and the fabrics just work really well with this the theme and the feel of it. It just works.
Yeah.
So well done, Lucy. Another skillful piece.
Again, love the use of colour.
It is, to draw you in. Yeah. There's always an evaluation at the end of their projects, and they're asked to, justify things and talk through why they would use the colours that they do. So there's always a meaning behind it. So I'll try and get some of these students, which would be lovely, in other videos, because obviously couldn't come today, but to talk about it, because some of these, it would be really interesting to know some of their meanings behind some of this work.
Yes.
Really skillful. Isabel went down the route of architecture and then saw this was an artist inspiration that inspired the colours, but just so lovely, so clever, so well drawn. I mean, architecture is not easy with all that symmetry, and yet she's done it beautifully. It was a lovely piece. A textured one. Monty did a great job.
I like the way there's that connection of that thread.
Yeah, it leads you through, doesn't it? I was just looking around.
Yeah.
I agree. It ties it all together really well.
Yes,
It's lovely. Really great work. Oh, we do fashion as well. We had someone creating jackets, and again, hard to show in the exhibition because she was more working out the technical aspects rather than doing lots of drawings. But I thought to show off the actual jacket that was made was the best in the exhibition. So well done, Paulina. Lovely work. I know Paulina's going on to do foundation at a university now, so really well done. I mean, incredible. You're going to go far. Who's the artist again? They're not Mon. I've just lost who the artist was for this. When you know, you'll know. There was a really clear artist link to these, in which she did lots of observations from around the house and narrowed it down to these. So again, lovely final piece showing off her skills.
I just love the way that is just everyday objects. All of those objects on there.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be complex, does it? You can just see what's in your kitchen and create some art based on that. No, absolutely.
Yeah, nice combinations.
Barnaby, graphic design. He really wanted to do an album cover, all his own imagery, all his own digital enhancements. We went down the route of looking at different typographies to get it to work. But again, he did a great job. I thought there was a great end result from all that.
A lot of investigation and development behind it.
Yeah. And great colours. Again, they really worked. We played around with a lot with colours. So rather than Barnaby, a great result. Another bit of an illustration. Lovely textured piece. I can see these illustrating books.
Yes,
they're amazing. Really good. Great style of work. We did some sculpture. We had some masks from Bronte. Really lovely.
Yeah.
Again, the research was not really to do with masks as such. It was other elements, if I remember right. And then she kind of realised she had these and kind of went down that route to display them in this way. Wasn't sure how the final piece was going to, present those ideas that she had. But this was, the way that it evolved for us. So, well done. That was really cool. We had quilts.
Yeah.
Huge. Look at the size. You can see Holly just peeking through the top there. Huge piece of artwork.
A lot of work.
Elements.
Yeah,
a lot of work went into this. There was. So to explore all the different, ideas and then narrow it down, but still have a huge choice to produce a final piece, just shows how much Holly, thought about it and went into detail with it. April, what a talent! My goodness.
Super.
The painting just speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Lovely choice of the black background and the highlight down the right. Oh, just lovely. The entire portfolio, page after page, was just jaw-droppingly good. She's just, an incredible talent. Well done, April. Beautiful work. Someone lives in Bali. I believe this was inspired by the festivals in Bali. And so we were doing lots of talk about how they could create their own figure to be